Nexus Radio, the future of dance. We're in the BPM Supreme Nexus Radio Lounge, Miami Beach. I am with Tony Gia here in Miami. How you doing, Tony?
What's going on, man?
We haven't seen each other in a year, right? It was a year or 2 years?
No, it's been a year.
It's been a year.
We talked about some cool stuff. We talked about artists that we would have to dinner. We talked about the rock station that you were doing. Right? We talked about the crazy experience here down in Miami.
Wow.
I'm so excited to be back this week. Sunshine, plenty of tequila so far. We're having some fun.
You've had a lot of tequila today?
The whole week pretty much.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you seem pretty sober right now.
Oh, I'm doing okay. I hide it well.
That's good. And I like that your shoes are so bright that I would not hit you with my car. I would see you for like a good, he has these bright orange, reddish.
They're called
Adidas.
Solar Red.
Yeah, they really are. They look like the sun just is.
They're very Miami.
They're very Miami.
I don't know if I can pull these off anywhere else, but these are very Miami. I'm like, you know what? We're going to break these out. We're going to have some fun with these.
Yeah, no, it's a perfect spot for it. All right, so what is Tony Gia working on right now?
So I took a step back from a lot of what I was doing and focused on me solo, on expanding my career. I mean, I've always been a DJ.
Yeah.
Always DJ first, and I've always dabbled in production. And the productions that I did, I had a remix partner, an original partner, and it was great because you bounce off of one another. You bounce ideas off of one another, and you get these creative juices going. Sometimes, you're having a little bit of a bad day, if you will. Nothing's going. You work off of each other's energy, and it's great. For me now, I want to focus more on me. So I took a step back from just doing that, and I want to learn and master my craft. So I'm trying to progress. I've been on YouTube like a slave, just watching tutorials and videos, and I've locked myself away in a little dungeon, and I'm trying to make sure I master my craft 100% so that I could put out the music I really want to put out. I have this silly idea of I want to change the world with music, man, and I want to get there, and I want to do it for myself, and I really want to enjoy the process and the passion of it. It's if something is given to you, I just feel like you don't appreciate it as much as you working for it, and one little thing in the program could take you 10 hours to figure out by yourself, but you appreciate it that much more than somebody just showing to you like, yeah, it's just right there.
Yeah. Or you just do it and it's done.
Yeah. You take 10 hours to figure out, you're like, son of a... All right, now I got this. All right, now I'm always going to remember that, and you really do appreciate that.
What tutorials are you watching?
On YouTube, I have a bunch of stuff that I go to. There is Reed Stefan's always a good one. He has a thing I think called Whole Loops or something like that.
Okay.
But he's got his thing with the puppet, and Reed's a great guy. He's a buddy of mine from back home. He's out in LA now.
So, what advice has others given you in the field that you have now taken to heart?
The advice that I'm getting is this. So in the world, I mean, there's two sides of the DJing end of the world, in my opinion. I mean, you could be DJing clubs, and once you start dabbling in radio and different things, you get to the other side, which is dealing, like, rubbing elbows with, like, record label guys, and this is the whole other side of
radio
things.
Stations.
Yeah.
The worst.
So the advice that was coming my way is, like, I wasn't focusing on myself, and they're like, dude, so many of these people, you're so heavily involved in this world that if you were to put out your own records, you would do rather well, just because of the people that you've known and built relationships with for years. In comparison to somebody who's just really trying to make it up the ladder, they're like, you should really look at what you have. And I don't want to say I was taking it for granted, but maybe I wasn't seeing the full potential of it. So the advice in a nutshell was this: maximize the potential of what you have and what you can currently use, because a lot of people might not have that opportunity.
And do you feel you're currently at that state, or is it still work in progress?
I don't feel like I'm 100% ready to go, but I am definitely in a mindset. The mindset's the biggest thing, because like in this industry, this business, like, you have some of those bad days sometimes where you just like, I don't know, like, what am I doing, whatever. But recently I've been on an aggressive path, and I've been doing really well. That mindset is there. It's just like, okay, I'm going to break this door down. I'm going to break through the ceiling. I'm going to graduate from the level I am now and make it to the next one. And setting these little goals and writing them down and being able to knock them out day by day has just been really fulfilling. And it's just like, I love this game.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, the wins, the losses, I love everything about it. And I just want to graduate to that next level. And that's what I'm working on now.
Okay, perfect. When you decided to get into this career choice as an artist, as a DJ, to your family, what has that been like?
So music has always been a part of my family. My father was a singer. He was renowned around the world in his market.
What was his name?
We had the same name, believe it or not. But in his world compared to mine, he eclipsed me in my career.
Okay.
So music's always been part of my blood. I've always had it, but I was young, man. I was about like 11 or 12 years old. I started going to teen nights as a kid, and I was just enamored with the way a DJ had an effect on a crowd in a nightclub. And I just picked it up, and I went with it, and I went with it, and I went with it, and it's amazing the ups and downs and the peaks and valleys of things that has come across and come my way. But when I told them, they're like, all right, we'll see. They were supportive. They didn't hold me back from it. Because I was doing like little parties and stuff, and I was DJing smaller nightclubs, and I was making money. I was doing okay. All my friends were in high school getting allowances, and I was working, paying for my phone bill, buying equipment. Like I was doing stuff. So they didn't take that away from me. I feel like my dad had that like entrepreneur sort of mindset, so he didn't hold me back.
Because he empathized.
Yeah, I think he saw I think he saw a little him in me, and I'm just thankful of that.
That's exactly how people get made.
Yeah.
You're on Instagram?
Yes.
So who are you been obsessing over or kind of stalking lately on Instagram?
Tell you the truth, I follow and I see everything that's coming out, like just to keep up with things. But I don't want to say there's anybody I've been really, really hard up on, just because I've been working on myself. So I've been trying to take a step back from the socials. They say diet's an important part of life, right? And people think diet is just what you eat. Diet is a little bit more than that to me. It's like there's a mental diet as well. It's what you take in. Yeah. It's what you see. It's what you're hearing, the energies around you. If you're around negative people all the time, I feel like that's what's going to come of you. If you're just watching people, on Instagram, it's always positive. It's always, I am living my best life, and this is what it is, and it's amazing. The bad days are never.
Look at my plate of food, things like that.
The bad days are never shown. They don't show you that bad side of life, so you think everything is great. So when you try to emulate that, nobody's ever going to have a great day every single day of their lives. So as part of my mental diet, I've tried to take a step back from being on socials so much and just being glued to the phone and being on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I'm just like, I try to keep it down as much as I can.
And it allows you not to compare yourself to others as well.
Exactly. Right. Doing things for the wrong reasons to impress people I don't really care about or may not even like. I just want to stay in my own lane and really like focus and grind on this. So yeah, man, socials can be a little addicting.
They can be addicting. Other things addicting and kind of connecting to food. What are some of your guilty pleasures that you tend to try to stay away from when you eat, but when it's there and you go for it?
Oh, food-wise?
Food-wise.
Oh, I'm a former fat kid, man. I might not look like it now, but I was a little gummy bear growing up, so I can eat you out of house and home, no problem. Guilty pleasures. Let me think. I'm trying to think what I absolutely love and like anything sweet.
Like mine recently came up. I was at I think it was I think it was at a mom and pop kind of convenience store, and those like chocolate pies, those little cream filled ones. You can get like it's like a pudding inside a pie, and it had the.
You're making me hungry, man. Stop.
I'm sorry, but I haven't seen those since I was a kid. And I was like, oh my god, I would chow down on this. I knew exactly how it tasted. That would be a guilty pleasure for me.
So sweets for me, without a doubt. I definitely got a sweet tooth. As far as food-wise goes, I'm a sucker for ramen, right? Without a doubt, I love that. What other foods? Anything kind of carb-heavy because I'm not allowed to have it.
All right.
Like my
You're
diet.
the second DJ to say that today. One actually said pretzels.
Pretzels.
And he's like, pretzels is my guilty pleasure because he's trying completely to stay away from carbs. It's like, all right. I consider pretzels healthy.
Listen, put anything in front of me, I'll just eat it. So just because during the week,
I'm like, go to that table over there.
I saw it and I'm just like, no. Ron tried to get me to try some like Rice Krispie cinnamon thing, and I'm just like, no, I need Beachbody here, dude. I'm like, I'm trying to stay focused.
Right. And guilty pleasures with music. What are you listening to that people would be shocked that Tony Gia listens to?
Ooh, we had this conversation a little bit last year too, but to touch on it, and I know you'll get this. I'm a huge rock fan.
That's right. You are.
Huge.
That's right.
So like Breaking Benjamin, Five Finger Death Punch, Disturbed, Skillet, Seether.
Nice.
Like I have such a wide array of music that I listen to. It's because it's inspiring, right? You get if you're listening to the same exact things that are like you almost emulate the music that's being put out. And I don't want to make just records that are just similar to what's being put out. I want, like, I take a step away. And I listen to different things like old freestyle music or old 90s dance to get an idea and refresh myself, reset my mind. Rock music is huge to me just because of that, because it has so many different feelings and emotions and inspires so many things that you can think of and be creative with. So rock music, without a doubt, and old school hip hop will always have my heart. I mean, I'm an 80s baby. I'm 89.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that old school hip hop music, Biggie will always have a place in my heart without a doubt.
Yeah.
I can always rely on that.
Did you just hit 30?
I'm not there yet,
Not
and
yet.
I'm absolutely dreading it.
My God.
That 3 number, I'm almost there. June 23rd.
All right. Oh, that's really coming up.
Yeah.
Almost.
Please don't remind me.
Sorry. I won't.
It's 3 months away.
Or you could just be 29 forever.
I mean, they're saying 30 is the time period where you really figure out your life.
Yes.
And figure out what you're doing, how things are going. And you really strap down.
And you look at your 20s and you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
It's not a
couple of those days.
And I won't say regrets. It's more like I could have done it just a little bit differently.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'll
And
do
you can
fine.
adapt and learn from that, and that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, you need to have those experiences, though. I mean, sometimes you just need to have a
Gotta
little bit of
learn
fun in life, right?
Learn from your mistakes. All right. Thank you, Tony. It's been good to see you again.
Awesome, man.
We're going to reconnect in another year, hopefully.
I cannot wait. I can't wait to let you know the progress of what's going on. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
taking
you're
the
welcome.
time to talk with me.
Anytime. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us in the Nexus Radio Lounge, BPM Supreme.